Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Is there such a phrase, I wonder? Well, it's Wednesday. Had a good sleep. Feeling a bit tired though. I was doing some work in the evening time there. A few little things I had to do. So it's quite a long day. Sandwich making took a little bit longer than usual today. I don't know why. Just wasn't rushing, I suppose. But schools are still off, so the commute is 25 minutes. It's an orangey ready colour, but I don't mind. It's the M50 where I can just sort of switch off, I think, and zone out a little bit, and maybe talk about a few things as well. There we go, and we're out, and we're off. Just gonna have a sip of coffee. Another day for coffee, I think. I used to have 1 cup of coffee a day. Then I got into having a cup of coffee at breakfast, maybe in the evening, so it was 2 cups. Then I was rushing out the door. I had to get a travel mug, so now I have a big travel mug. And now I'm a cup of coffee in the house, and then a travel mug of coffee afterwards. Yeah, but it keeps me going. It's quite nice. I don't have any milk in it, so there's very few carbs. Some sweeteners, so probably pretty much 0 carbs. It does make you wonder, exactly what is an artificial sweeteners really, to give that sweetness. I could probably Google it, but I'm not going to make it so very, very sweet. Similar, but not the same as sugar. I mean, let's be honest. It doesn't replace sugar really in terms of taste, but it's still very nice, and I'm quite happy. So one of the few instances I would probably say, okay, it's not as nice as sugar, but I'm happy with it. I don't mind sacrificing a little bit of flavour, so there's not as much carbs, because it's all about carbs, isn't it? It's all about carbohydrates, and the fact that if you don't burn it off, it makes you fat. And I've probably talked about this before, about being fat. I'm technically overweight. I don't think I'm obese. I'm probably borderline. I'm sure the doctors would tell you that anyway. I probably could thin down if I made some drastic changes to the diet. I have fruit every day, which I think is always good. I like the old clementines now from M&S and Lidl. They're lovely. And try and keep the carbs under control. I was off bread for a long time. And it's only when I had a sandwich, happened upon a sandwich, I realised how much I missed it. So I have brown bread now, which is, it's not perfect, but it's better than no bread, I think. I have no milk. I cut milk out of my diet as well. It's an interesting fact about milk. You don't actually need it in your diet after the age of about 1. And pretty much all humans were lactose intolerant after the age of 1. That was sort of the standard way to be. And people now who drink milk and are not lactose intolerant, it's actually a slight sort of evolutionary mutation, which we think stems from, what is now modern day Germany, or Switzerland or maybe, where people started using the goat's milk in cheese and things like that, and eventually, I suppose there was an evolutionary change. That's going back a long time, maybe 10, 15,000 years. And they became tolerant to milk. But the normal status quo is you should be lactose intolerant. And today it's considered I'm not saying a deficiency, but so you don't need milk after the age of 1. That's how it is, I'm afraid. But it's quite a nice substance, and if you're not lactose intolerant, and I am not lactose intolerant, I must be one of the slight mutations, but but I don't have milk. You don't need it. It's nice and cereal, I have to say. I don't mind what sort of milk. I know if you've been off full fat milk for a while and you do take it, it's extremely creamy. And it's very easy to get over time to get used to the thinner, lower fat milk. So you don't need milk.